What's good, YouTube? This video is going to be about dating statements that you need to ignore and dating mistakes. Listen, ladies, a person can say anything in the world. Don't fall for a man's words, fall for a man's actions. His consistent actions. Too often a man will say the right thing and out of excitement a woman will act on it, as if he's actually done the right thing instead of just said it, usually regretting it later, obviously. In this video, I'll talk about 3 different types of statements that you just need to ignore when they come out of a new man's mouth. But before I get into this topic, I want to talk about this video's sponsor, Mint Mobile. If your phone bill is currently too high, you now have another choice. Mint Mobile has completely reimagined the online shopping experience for mobile. They've made it easy and online only with no salespeople and no stores, cutting the cost of traditional retail and passing those savings directly to you. And you can get started with Mint Mobile for as low as $15 a month, and in this case, cheap doesn't mean unreliable because it runs on the nation's largest 5G network. So you get reliable coverage for nearly the entire country, and that 5G coverage comes at no extra cost to you. That means you can choose a plan that works for you without sacrificing the quality of service. There are no contracts and you can decide the terms and coverage. They provide flexible and affordable plans for everyone. You can keep your current phone and your phone number if you want to. But if you want to upgrade, then Mint Mobile offers a lot of affordable options and payment plans as well for new phones. Switching is easy. Just choose a plan, get your SIM card, activate it, and insert it into your device. It's that simple. So click the link below to switch to Mint Mobile for as low as $15 a month. Go to mintmobile.com/Kev to check it out. And save big on unlimited talk, text, and 5G LTE data plans. Now onto this topic. The first type of statement to completely ignore from whatever new guy you have in your life is whatever he says he is looking for. This is because what he is looking for from you specifically is all that matters, and his consistent actions will tell you that. It's too easy to get wrapped up in fantasy, especially when another person's wants seem to match our own. This is especially powerful if they say it before we say it. If we haven't had the opportunity to express ours and they say what we would have said having given the chance. It can feel as though they are reading our minds or that we have so much in common when they start going on and on and on about the perfect partner and the perfect relationships, and it matches what we think about those things as well. We naturally assume that those qualities that they acknowledge in their fantasy about their perfect partner belong to them as well. We assume that what they say they want is also what they have to give to a relationship, as if it is by default what they're offering us. This is how most people get in trouble emotionally with new love interests, because you start to imagine yourself as the person that fulfills their desires. And you see them as the person that can fulfill yours because they beat you to expressing them. You start to imagine that maybe they are sharing these things with you because they want these things with you, when in most cases they are just speaking in general, or strategically expressing these things because they know you'll make that assumption. And it should be noted that just because somebody wants a healthy relationship doesn't mean they have the capacity to manifest one through their own behaviors and actions in a relationship. It can feel like a dream come true when someone else describes our fantasy as their own. We start to act as if all these things they say apply to us, and we begin to over-leverage ourselves and overcommit, leaving ourselves vulnerable to disappointment, manipulation, and abuse of all kinds. And just to be fair here, people don't always sell dreams maliciously. Many people are just dreamers, unaware of their own bullshit. In fact, this is true of all of us at one point or another. Moving on, the second type of statement that you should ignore if you hear it from your new guy is any statement or any request or any promise about future plans. For the same reason as number 1 on this list, but this is also often done to misdirect maliciously as well. Of course, there are people who are sincere and who mean it when they make future plans, but it is commitment that is lost on them. The simplest definition of commitment that I've come across is that commitment is doing what you said you were going to do long after the feeling that you said you were going to do it in has passed. I think that defines commitment perfectly, and a lot of people lack that. In the moment, you're both excited and you're both hopeful, so you make promises and you make plans, forgetting that it actually takes love and commitment to make good on those promises and plans in the future, especially if one of you has upset or disappointed the other one. I've known a lot of women who've paid for expensive trips and expensive events upon meeting their new guy because they were drunk with fantasy after he spoke of a beautiful future. only to get ghosted 2 weeks later after they had sex and left with a non-refundable giant-ass bill. When you meet someone new, make no future plans until the relationship is solidified and real trust is built. Not hope, but real trust. If they attempt to make future plans, just tell them that you're enjoying getting to know them, and in due time, once your relationship is solidified, you'll start making plans. If a guy puts you under pressure to make quick plans early, it generally indicates a goal to make quick use of you or other malicious intents. Move on. Moving on. The third type of statement that you should completely ignore if it comes out of your new guy's mouth is what you could be or what he sees for you in the future as a couple. Now, this is usually different from the making plans or the planning trips thing because it involves you as a family, marriage and kids, and all of these warm ideas that people hold close to their hearts. When a new guy starts talking about marriage and babies and years down the road and etc., do not dig into this. Do not feed this. Just observe it. Do not participate or feed this nonsense. Just say or tell him, listen, what will be, so I guess we'll see. Or only time will tell, or in due time. Or you can just tell him, listen, I'm a show me but don't tell me type of person. But you need to check this behavior from the very beginning. Because a man will fluff you. And a lot of y'all women are fluffing men in the same way. But nobody wants to talk about that. People, love interests, and acquaintances will fluff you to death if you let them. Don't be afraid to call out premature ideas when they're expressed. People love bomb using all three of these types of statements, so you have to be careful when you see them. Just think about it. How many men in passion have told a woman that he wants her to have his baby, only to run off when it's revealed that she will be the mother of his child that's coming soon? How many episodes of Maury do we have to watch before we realize that people will say anything to get what they want? And they will say anything when they're happy or greatly pleased. In the moment, that is. People generally will fluff you and love bomb you to drop your defenses. Believe actions over words and let no man distort or manipulate your imagery of what's to come. If you do this, you'll start to behave as though those things have actually happened, feeling more and more and more invested for no good reason other than fantasy. Let his actions decide your actions, never his words. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Don't forget to check out Mint Mobile at the link below to let them know I sent you. Follow me at KidFig24 on Instagram. I'll get with y'all later.